I hope you all are enjoying PlatformCon till now. So my talk is about closing the security potholes with a Swiss grade defense platform. And nobody likes potholes in the road. And this talk is about the security thing that we faced in our organization. So let's start talking about the agenda. We will be talking about the problem, the need, the solution, and the results. Uh, and yeah, these were supposed to come earlier, but let's skip this. So my name is Prerit Munjal, and I am the CTO of Cube Cloud and Infra One. So at KubeCloud, we are building a chain of tooling which would help you bridge the gaps between DevOps, SRE, and cloud ecosystems. So about cost optimization, unified dashboard for observability, AI with documentation, and the stuff. In all sense, I love adventure, and recently I went for skydiving, and I really loved it. Also, I run a YouTube channel with the name Tech with Prerit. So I'm used to recording these kind of videos, but yeah, I created a series about Kubernetes, which was the most viewed Kubernetes series in Hindi. Hindi is the regional language of India. So in 2024, so yeah, so far so good. And being a CTO, I write. I love to write a lot of glue code. So my ideology is over buying, over building. So I prefer buying stuff and then gluing a lot of things together. Apart from this, I love creating content. So uh, uh, I just love creating content on LinkedIn, on YouTube, speaking at conferences, and yeah. So, why I picked this particular topic? The reason is starts with a backstory. So, in January 2024, we were actually hit by a crypto mining attack, which costed us about $1 million. So, before this attack, we were not really serious about our security footprint and other stuff. But after this, we were we were like very convinced that security should be your first step while you're building any kind of company, startup, or product. So the video is on HashiCorp's YouTube channel. So do make sure you watch this particular video. So crypto miners actually hijacked one of our VMs. They took the RDP access and violated some of the things that they shouldn't have done, which costed us about $1 million. And yeah, we used Terraform to manipulate metrics in Google Cloud. There are over 23,000 metrics in Google Cloud, so we use Terraform. That's why the video is on HashiCorp's YouTube channel. And coming back to the talk, this is our architecture. So we heavily use Firecracker. So we are building some kind of products which rely heavily on micro millisecond boot up kind of thing. So we use Firecracker heavily. Apart from this, we are GCP is our primary money collector. So our primary cloud vendor is GCP, Google Cloud. And we in observability stack, we have PPOL, Pixie for monitoring. We have Pyroscope for profiling, Open Telemetry for tracing, and Loki for logs. So I think four tools in observability stack is fair enough. I've seen companies having 11, 12 observability tools, but PPOL is good for us, and we have one Grafana unified dashboard. We also use Capsule for multi-tenancy, and yeah, that's it about architecture. Uh, so the problems is that the kind of platform we are building is we have over 980 images in our database or in our image cluster or image repository. And generally we tend to have 90 plus CVEs per week. So these images keep on updating. New customers feed our repositories their custom made images, and on an average there is about 90 CVEs per week. So detection time was usual, which was near about 5 hours. Uh, when the CV got published, we used to detect it, then triage it, and then we used to develop a patch. It took over and over 5 hours to just implement simple patching kind of ecosystem or patching kind of workflow in our current ecosystem, and it was totally a non-automated way. And this is the thing that I particularly recommend, is that so uh, if you are just scanning the images and you are not doing anything, it is of no use. Okay, because I've developed a lot of architecture where we used to just scan the images, so eventually it didn't make any sense, because in the end the entire SDLC cycle used to got delayed because of just scanning the images, right? So we need to have one more step ahead, or one more step in our entire cycle, which could just automate the stuff of after what. Okay, now after scanning, what you have to do. So we need to have one automated kind of way. The other problem was that devs are not usually trained in this cloud native space. They don't care about the base images, they don't care about the extra packages, they don't care really about anything other than the business code. So we personally think there is no point of training devs about security. And also hiring a specialized security crew is going to cost you a lot, because this particular niche is very very hard to find in the market. So it doesn't make any sense. And when we were actually facing this problem, we observed that we were always reinventing the wheel. Okay, so we were just scanning the images, then we were, after 5 or 6 hours, we were patching the images. The entire dev cycle or the release cycle got delayed. And and also we thought that, we also observed that we needed quite a lot of customizations, because generally what I have seen is companies do depend on the external database of CVEs. But particularly for our company, we already had 1,000 images, so we were looking for some customized database. And that is very much easy to build. But again, we didn't want to have too much noise in our systems. Um, so yeah, so we were looking for a lot of customizations. And also we observed that security left shift left security was just on paper. So we couldn't actually see how security was implemented, because after scanning, our entire release cycle was put on hold. So it was just delaying the things, rather than just adding security, or automating, or improving it. So so the need was, we needed something light, something fast, something free, because startups generally don't want to pay. And we needed just one platform for everything. We just wanted a single platform which could scan the images, patch the images, and also offer something, like, if for example we want to dig deep into a particular image, we want to look at each layer of that particular image. So we wanted to have that functionality as well. And also we wanted less noise. A lot of scanners in the market out there do have a more noise. So generally devs or engineers do skip the main meat of that particular result. So uh, they, they just see the noise thrown by that tool. And also we needed more visibility into our current images. We also needed more confidence in our SDLC cycle. We also wanted to empower our devs, so that in the end, if something goes south, they are not the one that we put blame on. And also we wanted something to be available on day 0 and 1. A note, I went to KubeCon EU London, and I met a company called as Root. Okay, so the entire company is like totally so the product they have is totally what we have built just in 3 4 days. So I was shocked, because before developing this platform, we were not even aware of what is Root. Okay, but if we would have known what is Root, then we wouldn't have built this particular platform. um, After that thought process, like the problem, the need, we all sat on a weekend for a get together, and we thought, what should we be building? So the solution was, we needed a customized vulnerability database specific to our images. We were not concerned about what other companies or what an international database of vulnerability looked like. So we were just wanting a customized vulnerability database. We wanted a security score. For example, we should we should have a custom logic or custom scoring metric through which we can get some sense of security, some sense of confidence, like what is our security score as of today, how much secure are we. We also wanted a vulnerability manager because again, database and vulnerability manager are very closely coupled. So we wanted something which could actually manage the vulnerabilities. And next thing was we wanted an on-demand scanning as well, and or some process which could just automate it. Again, you can automate on demand with some cron job or something like that, but we wanted something which could scan the images, not just our images but any image in out there in the market. And also we wanted some real patching stuff, and we wanted to implement plug and play kind of architecture because there are a lot of scanners out there in the market. We didn't want to stick to just one scanner. We wanted to have multiple scanners in our book, so that because in case of Trivi, you know that Trivi is more about, it is not actually secure, so it scans for the metadata. And as compared to JFrog, it is much more efficient, it is much more real world related thing. So we wanted to have a plug and play architecture. For example, tomorrow some tool goes closed source, then what? So which is happening a lot in open source. So we shifted to OSS. So we started with Trivi to scan the images, Copa for actually patching the images, and Dive, which is a tool you can go to this particular GitHub repo, and using this tool you can dig into each layer of your container image. So this was a simple architecture diagram of our tool. Just in a bit, I will showcasing how it actually works. So this is how it works. So Copa will be Tribute will be scanning, and Copa will be actually patching the image, and then yeah, things are shifted to production, and we have our own catalog of vulnerabilities. This was the first rollout of our tool. Right now, it looks completely different, but it had a lot of add-ons, right? So we were very extensive into which service is having that vulnerability. We were also looking to integrate policies with this particular kind of platform, but we improved it a little bit based on our priority, based on our internal discussions. So and also this is the second screenshot of our platform. So it was quite extensive, and we were not looking into this much extensive feedback from the tool. So the results after we developed our own platform, our detection time was 3 minutes. So in 3 minutes, we could actually detect and patch the images. The success rate was 99.99%. Actually, it was 100%, but again, there was some cases in which the scan failed or some patch failed. So that's why we targeted or we mentioned 99.99%. In the meanwhile, let me show you the platform that we built. Okay, and uh, yeah. So we named the tool Quickie. So Quickie is like quick scan, and you can just imagine just scan your images quickly. Right now, our security score is 27, but that is not the problem. So we built a lot of things into it. For example, we built an auto scan configuration kind of thing where you can actually define the scanning, and like when do you actually want the things to the actual workflow to scan your images. We also showed some security insights, like what are these vulnerabilities, do you actually uh, when do you actually scan that, like the entire vulnerability management kind of system. So And also here it shows the trends, so on which day the vulnerabilities were high, low, or something like that. We also built patching status and vulnerability by category. And the main part here is the vulnerability scanner. So for example, let me scan a particular image which we built some time back for my YouTube channel. So what it does is it pulls the particular image. Right now, it is doing something from cache because I ran this particular uh, command just before recording this session. So it will throw you the package name, the severity, the CVID. For example, you want to dig deep into the CVID. It is linked to your particular NIST database, so you can just go into that. Apart from this, it will show the package name, CVSS, the distro, the release, the impacted version, the fixed in version, and a small button to actually patch this particular thing. Patch is initiated, but it will get applied in future steps. So here we have another page for managing your patches. And Yeah, in image inspector we can dig deep into each layer of that particular container image. So right now we are also thinking to integrate uh, JFrog scanner and also Kyverno policies into it. But so far so good. And Yeah, coming back to my slides. uh, so this particular platform actually helped us save about 14 1400 hours or 1200 hours, I'm not sure, but it helped us save a lot of hours just in terms of saving the developer toil just from scanning the image, patching the image, creating extra tickets, then just passing on the tickets between the teams. So it really helped us. And here are my two P's on platform. I think most of the platforms are just about clicks. I think uh, it should be more about creating value for developers, pinpointing the pain problems of your developers, and then actually building for it. It is a good approach instead of just going for self-service kind of thing, because right now we have a lot of tools or a lot of platforms for self-service. That is okay, that is fine, but we need more of internal developer portal platform kind of um, uh, strategies to actually empower our devs. Just like in security, I have 10 other ideas on which we can build platforms. So yeah. And also platforms shouldn't be heavyweight. They should be all plug and play kind of architecture, so that your devs have a lot more autonomy, or a lot more choices, just to be on the good side. And also they shouldn't be boring and bogus. So always, so just like in our platform, we added a couple of jokes, internal jokes for our platform. So it's always recommended to add some humor, right? We all are very sad in our lives, so uh, it's always good to add a couple of jokes. And also you should be I think the best thing is how to identify the particular problem statement is that you need to roll. The only solution is to talk to your developers, and generally having a one-to-one call doesn't help. So in that case, I suggest to track your developers. So track where most of the time of devs are spent on. For example, they we identified this particular problem just by seeing that, okay, just because of this security gate, the entire production rollout got halted, right? So just track your developers, and in case you are very in case you just want to be very certain, just talk to them. So, and also my 98p on security, because I faced a lot of security issues in cloud native. So I think always play with confidence. When 1 million dollar crypto mining attack happened to us, at that time also we didn't lose any our confidence. So always play with confidence, and also focus on less parts, because less parts means less hiccups and burps and less burps. So always opt for less moving parts. This is the only way to move forward, to have minimal security vulnerabilities, and or day zero kind of scenarios. And also don't lose hopes, because in the end everything is going to turn out very very fine. And yeah, this is my scanner, and you can connect with me on LinkedIn if you want to dig deep into security platforms, cloud native in general. Yeah, thank you.